Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Kansiime.
Kigali, you have always been a very misleading audience. Every time I come here, I cough and you are like, no! So I am so nervous. Niasi asked me, should I make sure they are so happy before you come or they are calm? I don't trust you. That love you have for me, it leaves me missing periods I do not know I've missed. For instance, I've been told that our youth minister, who is so youth, by the way, he's so youth, he's 35 years old. And our youth minister in Uganda is about 56, but who is complaining? So, they've told me that your name means that you're the reason why we are happy. Mgano Abdara, you cannot lie. From my village, or the reason why we are all happy. Your name just speaks all that. I don't know how to explain this. They told me that the person I'm talking about is taller than me. That's what they said. Now I am being misled. I'm seeing a groom. Don't dress up like that when you're seated next to the minister. That's confusing. Let's know our place. Let's do it. These are the people that wear white gowns to go to people's weddings. Are you the ex of the minister? Why are you dressed like that? Sir, I know they've already established that you're not single. But how many wives are you supposed to have? I don't even know whether to approach. I cannot approach. Sir, good evening. I changed my mind. You're the guest of honor today. Nobody dresses up like this and you address someone else. I'm so sorry. We shall go to our minister after. But now you. You have dressed like I should recognize you. If I don't recognize you, that's where the problem is. You're even wearing shades. It's like this darkness is too bright for you this evening. Our future is bright. You needed to wear shades. Let me tell you something. Someone called me Mrs. Kansiime, and that is the most confusing thing anyone has ever called me. Because neither am I'm Kansiime, but when you add Mrs., you have spoiled my aesthetics. Because I'm not Mrs., I'm just a mother. Again, I'm just a mother. And I keep telling you, Rwanda, I'm tired. Every time I come, 1 year, 2 years, I come, I tell you people, I'm single. You love me, you throw me flying kisses and send me back home. This time around, I'm not leaving. No, I'm not. Talk amongst yourselves, find a man for me to go with. You already tricked me. And you're clapping. This is not funny. I've done this for 16 years, coming here. I ended up with a man who looks like he's a Munyarwanda, but he's Ugandan. And then he tricked me, I gave him a child. And then people make me believe like, I am settled, I am happy. No, I want my Rwandese man. Me, I'm not going back without a Rwandese. Talk amongst yourselves and sort yourselves out. Are you Rwandese by any chance? You are not. You're from Chad. I can work with that. If you had said Equatorial Guinea, I think we would be talking different things. Chad, we can work with Chad. We can really work with Chad. This is why I like coming to Rwanda. How many what? I swear I can't hear what you've said. You better be handsome because now I'm coming close. How much what? How many boyfriends do I need? One good one. One good one. See, the problem is I am here being accused of being in a relationship, which I know. Even the first time I got married, you're the people who made me feel like I was married. That's the thing. A girl in Africa, when you're above 25 and you're on dating age and you meet someone, for the first 1 week, they say you met someone. When you go into 3 months, they say you have a boyfriend. You stay with them for 6 months, they start asking you about your husband, as if in their minds you have qualified. I'm tired. And then when you give birth, they just ask you about your in-laws, as if the function happened, nothing is happening. Nobody's proposing to us anymore. This youth connect, I hope you've connected. Because in 9 months from now, we have to see Africa connecting. We have to see the results from this. Connect. I was actually asking, what happens at this Youth Connect? What happens? Do people switch on their Bluetooth and then all be connected and be online? What is happening? So 9 months from now, really, let's have some results that are nice. This is why one of the reasons I like talking to a Kigali audience is the opportunity it gives me to backbite my government back at home. It gives me a grand opportunity because in comparison, the Ugandan parliament. Have you heard what has happened lately? Have you heard what has happened in the Ugandan parliament? You haven't. For starters, to give you a small cover, our Minister of Education and Sports, the most vibrant ministry you can think of, Education and Sports, is the First Lady. Now we move on from that. I thank our dear President so much because he has involved women in administration. But my biggest problem is now our Prime Minister... That video should have waited because now you've cheated exams. Don't show them that video or play it again. They need to see where it starts from. That is our parliament. It's not a bar. It's not a bar fight, guys. A guy got up and punched the friend in the head 6 times and he was not being interrupted. They let him finish. And Zake was rushed off in an ambulance and he spent the weekend on oxygen because he went to parliament. In Uganda, you're not safe even if you are honorable. Being called a honorable does not make you safe in any way possible. So when Zake was beaten, the Prime Minister, our Prime Minister Nabanja, who the time she was appointed, she's a lady of my height, but charisma, much more charisma. The day she was appointed, there she's saying, had it been me, you'd have seen the punches I would have given. I know how to fight. So when she was elected, or she was appointed, we saw her release videos on TikTok. When she's boxing, doing round kick, we are like, what's going on? Little did we know she was preparing for war, which she knew would happen in parliament. So that's our parliament. But if we came here in Kigali and you ask Rwandese, what's the most noisy, ridiculous thing that has ever happened in a parliament session here in Kigali? Unless someone's phone vibrates and they hear the vibration and everyone turns and gives them a bad eye. But I don't even know, how many times do you even meet? It's like your meetings are even top secret. Hours there on TikTok, live on TikTok. Someone gasses, we made it from our sitting room. I'm telling you, there's no privacy in the parliament in Uganda. In fact, this is why I don't like politics. I have a feeling it competes so much with my audience. There's so much comedy happening in parliament. I feel like if I went there, I would just be performing from the beginning to the end. But the way you're looking at me, you're not letting me move on. This guy, he has sat, he has even crossed. Do you know someone who has reached? Where have you reached? Why are you confusing me? Let me focus. You know, love is difficult these days. I know I am alone. People assuming I'm in a relationship, but love is difficult. It's for taking slowly by slowly. These days. Because I'm 38, I'm almost 40, and that's the kind of age where choices are absolutely limited. You're so understanding. It's okay if he has children, you'd introduce yourself. It's okay if both parents are right, because when you have both in-laws, we can wait. We can wait, because usually they don't take so long. So we can wait and I see where it's going. You're even changing the headgear. I'm glad I'm making you nervous. It's working. But if there's one thing I cannot stand, he's single. Sir, don't mislead me. You don't know where I've come from. Don't mislead me. Because when love is new, you will never really know who exactly someone is. When you meet a man like this, and he has just, you know those things we say that he has a twitch, like on his right eye, and I like it when he laughs, his eye twitches. When you're in love, it's a twitch. The day you quarrel, you'll be like, even he gets epileptic attacks every time, but what was so small and sweet becomes a sudden near paralysis experience. So love when it's fresh. Allow me to see him for who he is. Yeah, because before I know it, you'll be like, he has dancing eyes when you love him. You're like, I like the light that's in his eye. His eyes are dancing. When you quarrel, you're like, I didn't even know he had squints. What kind of person? Before you know it, that twitch that was beautiful is suddenly a squint. And you're like, wow, love is dangerous, man. You need to be able to tie yourself to. You tie yourself to. Even if it's worse. Girls, we know how to really kujanja waza love. You're like, I like him. I like how he smells so macho, like a working man, you know, like I like that smell. When you're unhappy with him and he comes smelling like that and he has not given you money, you're like, which sewage are you coming from? It's suddenly not a love situation, but something else. And now, before we go a little bit further, my shoe is killing me. But because Mamito is pregnant, and she came here and she refused to put off her shoes, today I'm shy. The shoe is telling me to remove it, but I can't remove it. But I cannot remove it. I shall die today. I shall insist. Do you know how expensive it is? I've owned it for a very long time. But do you know that non-living things often communicate to us in ways that real human beings cannot? Did you know that? You can have a table at home or a chair or a table you've bought for yourself which you know. And you dress up and the day you're leaving your house, you knock your last toe on that table and you touch your head and you cannot believe that your own table, which you bought, just hit you when you're leaving. But listen, half the time something like that happens, you're preparing yourself to go where you're not supposed to go. You're either going to cheat, usually that's the thing. Oh, this Equatorial Guinea man has polluted everyone. These are the only examples we are giving of cheating. You're either going to cheat and your table knocks you and you remove those high heels, you go back home, you go back to your room and you put on flat shoes. And you still insist and you go out, but the table warned you. And then when you reach out, I'm lucky, this is not mine, clearly. You want to touch? It's not mine. So this is not mine. And you wear a nice wig. You reach a date. You sit down to have a meal with a guy who is not your guy. The table tried to warn you not to leave. You insisted. You sit on a date properly. And when the person approaches and you're standing up to go say hi, the chair holds the wig. And you stand up and they see your pubic hair on your head. Because most of us, we know what will be hiding under those wigs. And that's what they see. Still, the wig is speaking, but you're still not listening. You insist and go home with that man who is not yours. You buy protection because you're responsible citizens. But this is the day that protection will burst and you have results that you did not go looking for. So non-living things, if you do not pay attention, they talk. I even have a feeling when I leave home, the things in my house have a meeting. Honest, no, seriously, like the gas knows it's over and it's there saying, you people, you're lucky they look after you. Mish is going to come put dry beans and walk away thinking that this gas can boil them. Then the matchbox is like, at least you, I have 10 empty sticks and 2 wet ones. Yet I'm up on a shelf. I don't know how I got wet. And then there's the toilet paper, which you know you stay alone in the house. You used it and finished it. But then you come, you rush into the toilet. You don't even say hi to it. You rush into the toilet, you go down, and you start, and it's looking at you like, what? You left us here in the morning, you finished. What did you want? Before you know it, You're rushing to go to the sink to wash your hands, and you don't have water. And you know you did not have water. So, non-living things be telling us the truth day in, day out, and we just simply do not want to listen. But, merci. Merci. Can we be organizing the 3 seats for the questions, please? We're having a Q&A right after this, and all our answers are going to be on theme. We are very unserious people, we are comedians. There's no answer that is going to come and you'll be surprised. All of it, you're going to be expecting it. There's no question off limits. Merci is going to be in the audience, passing on the microphone to everyone who has a question. And I would like to receive the first question from this suspicious partner of mine. I have a few questions to ask. Because he might not like short women, and I'm here insisting. Babu, come and take a seat, please. Mamito, my suspicious lover. Yeah. So,
Wow.
say something, I'm giving up on you. No. They shouldn't give you help. Merci. Leave my lover alone, please.
Quel âge as-tu? Quel âge as-tu?
Hey, you speak French. Even me, I speak French. There's a song I have in French. I speak French, of course. That's the first statement I know. Then there's a song I know. We sang it in school. Endere va tobe qui so balance, se tware, mire je change ka, endere va tombe, and toi. You think I don't know French? Rav cannot fail me just because of a language. First of all, the things of Rav are for sign language. Yeah? As long as I'm playful, there's no specific language I must speak. So ask me. He's shutting me up in the best way you can shut up a woman. Shut me up. I don't want to say anything else.
A hand clap for Anne and the new lover, yeah?